Good morning, unicorns.
Time for KWSE News. I'm Eleanor.
And I'm Joshua.
And today is Thursday, February 2nd, 2023.
It's the 95th day of school.
Let's stand for the pledges.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
At WSE, we reach for the stars. We are safe, respectful, and responsible.
Good morning. There are some rules about apologizing and some steps to it if you really want to do it right. An apology needs to include what you did wrong. So you don't just say, sorry. You say, I'm sorry that and then say what you did wrong. I'm sorry that I lost my temper and said mean things. Or if you're talking to mom, I'm sorry that I didn't do what you said. Right? You have to say what you did wrong in the apology because that's really taking ownership for it. And then you need to say something about how it probably made them feel. I'm sorry I didn't do what you said, Mom. I know that probably made you upset with me. Or I know that made things difficult for you when you got home. Or however it made them feel or whatever it caused for them, acknowledge it. And then the last and most important part, ask them to forgive you. Will you forgive me? And sometimes that's hard and uncomfortable to say. But it gives the person you're apologizing to a chance to decide, do I forgive them? Can I just let this go? Will it be okay now? And let them choose. Sometimes they may say, no, I don't forgive you right now, but maybe later, because they're still really angry or hurt. And if they do, that's okay. Give them time. But at least you did your part. One thing you never want to do when you apologize is use a specific word that kids a lot of times use when they apologize. Well, even adults. Don't use the word if in your apology. Like, what about this? I'm sorry if that hurt your feelings. When you do that, you kind of putting it on the other person, acting like it's not really your fault that you said something hurtful. They're the ones that got their feelings hurt, so I'm sorry if that hurt your feelings. I'm sorry if that offended you. That's not a good thing to say. Don't use the word if. If you said something hurtful, then say, I'm sorry I said something that hurt your feelings. Not if. I'm sorry if that hurt your... No, that's not a good apology. A really good apology doesn't ever have the word if in it. So, let's practice apologizing correctly, because if you do, sometimes your relationship with that person is even better after you've made a mistake than it was before. Did you know that? A good apology can do a lot of good. And there's some things to think about. Have a great day.
It's time for our words of the week. A pinnacle is a high point. Do you know what you find at the pinnacle of the Statue of Liberty? The highest point of the statue is the tip of the flames in the torch that Lady Liberty holds up. The flames are made of copper covered in gold, and they are the pinnacle of the statue. Abyss refers to a deep drop that seems like a bottomless pit. We usually think of a very large and dark pit. There are many areas like this at the bottom of the ocean. In fact, these areas are called abyssal zones because they are so dark and deep. The creatures that live in these abyssal zones are fascinating. Many have what's called bioluminescence. They light up and glow in the dark. There is still much to learn and discover about the deepest abysses of the ocean. Time for our words of the week. Our words this week are pinnacle and abyss. Let's talk talk about Abyss today. Let's pretend you're in a store and you hear some adults talking. You can tell they're talking about how the store is doing because one of them says, "We've been able to stay open, but sales are way down and we've had to cut back on expenses." Then you hear one of them say, "We're on the edge of an abyss, and I'm not sure how long we can keep the business going." When you hear the phrase "on the edge of an abyss," you know that an abyss is a deep, deep hole, but you realize the store owner doesn't necessarily mean they're actually standing on the edge of a deep hole. On the edge of an abyss is a phrase that just means on the edge of falling or failing. In school, we never want students to feel like they're on the edge of an abyss. It's time for our Words of the Week. Our other word this week is pinnacle, and it's good to talk about this one because we always want to end on a high point. Remember, a pinnacle can be a high point on a building or mountain, but it can also be a high point in someone's life or career. Sports fans like to talk about the pinnacle of an athlete's career. For example, some golf fans say that the year 2000 was perhaps the pinnacle of Tiger Woods' golfing career. That year, he won 3 of the 4 major golf tournaments. Sports fans often enjoy arguing over the greatest players in every sport, and when they were at the pinnacles and achieving at the highest level. It can apply to us too. What has been the pinnacle of your week so far?
And don't forget, you can subscribe to Wallet Springs Announcements on YouTube.
This is David. Here are the lunch choices for tomorrow, Friday. Choice 1, cheese pizza. Choice 2, pepperoni slices. Choice 3, some butter and jelly sandwich. Now back to the studio. This is Izzy. Let's see what the birthdays are for today. February 1st, we have no birthdays to celebrate today. February 1st, we have no birthdays to celebrate today again. February 2nd, we have no birthdays to celebrate today. That again. Major bummer.
I'm Nora, and now for the daily joke. What do planets like to read?
I don't know. What do planets like to read?
Comic books.
Here's what's happening.
The school-wide spelling bee is tomorrow. Next week is the 100th day of school.
Ask your teacher what you will be doing.
Some may be wearing a 100th day tee or dressing up like 100-year-olds or some other activity.
Check with your teacher. Let's see today's weather will be.
This is David with your weather. Thursday. The high for today is 57, the low for today is 37. There is going to be light morning showers. Now back to the studio.
Stay tuned for Book Talk Tuesday. Stay tuned for Would You Rather Wednesday.
Stay tuned for Thinking Thursday.
Have an awesome day, unicorns.
Be safe, respectful, and responsible.
See you next time.
Hi everyone, it's Miss Galicchio. So yesterday was the announcement of the ALA Book Awards, the American Library Association. And so they announced the awards for like Best Caldecott Picture Book and Best Newbery Chapter Book for Children and a whole bunch of other awards. And so it was really exciting to see. So today, if you would like to read an award-winning book, you can always look for the Caldecott Award sticker, okay? And here's some examples of some Caldecott awards that you can choose from. The Polar Express, The Snowy Day, Kitten's First Full Moon won the Caldecott Award. I'm excited to get this year's Caldecott Award. Here's a picture of the award for this year. I got it from the announcement, but it's called Hot Dog. Alright, or, it's almost February and you can check out a Valentine's book. If you're looking for a Valentine's story, remember you have to look for the little red sticker that has Cupid on it. The Cupid who shoots the arrows of love. So here's one, Amelia Bedelia's First Valentine. So today, this week when you're coming to the library, find a Valentine book or find an award book. It's Would You Rather Wednesday. So, would you rather buy a Valentine's Day card or make a Valentine's Day card craft? It's Thinking Thursday, time for our riddle. So don't forget to put your answers in the Thinking Thursday box outside the library. So here's your riddle. It comes in all kinds of shapes and sizes, given along with Valentine cards and flowers to your Valentine. What is it? Oh, if you can figure that out, put your answers down. Please turn off this presentation. Have a great day.